Hey everyone! Today I have a video about the enemies or NPCs you might find around Skyrim and a selection of mods that you can use to enhance the interaction you have with them, as well as giving them a larger selection of tools to use against you. So let's get started. First up, we have a selection of ReTexture mods that aim to make the enemies more beautiful, or in some cases more ugly. The textures are all done in a lore-friendly way, so you don't have to worry about them breaking immersion. Some of the enemies include the Draugr, Falmer, Skeletons, and even Dragon Priests. So if you're looking for some good enemy retexture mods, you can't go wrong with these. Next up is another visual mod called Emissive Eyes by johnskyrim. As you might have guessed, this mod just affects the eyes of the NPCs by giving them a nice glow effect. It also comes with an MCM menu where you can fully customize and change the eye color of each enemy. You can also change the eye color based on whether the NPC is in combat or not, and if you're using an EMB, the glowing eyes work with the particle light. It's a really nice effect and gives the enemies a much more sinister look to them. The next mod today is called One with Nature. This mod allows you to change your relationship with a variety of animals and creatures you might find around Skyrim. It also comes with an MCM menu, which allows you to change your relationship with each animal separately. Two of the options include allied and friendly. If an animal is allied to you, it means they may even help you during combat. The big thing for me was being able to make a creature like the Ice Wraith friendly instead of hostile. So if you're like me and you want to control how you interact with the animals around Skyrim, or maybe you even want to become a Beastmaster, you should definitely check out this mod. Next up, we have a mod called Know Your Enemy Redux. This mod adds a trait system to all the NPCs and creatures around Skyrim. On their mod page, you'll find a comprehensive list of all the strengths and weaknesses of the different enemy or creature. For example, the Frost Atronach is resistant to frost damage, but has a weakness to fire damage. There's also an armor version of this mod that takes it even further. So armors like fur are resistant to frost damage, and your more heavy type armors like steel are resistant to blades or arrows. It's a great mod, and it asks you to put in a lot more thought when you're engaging in combat with your enemies. The fifth mod today is called Organized Bandits in Skyrim, otherwise known as OBIS. This mod is done on a huge scale and attempts to overhaul how bandits work in Skyrim. It adds over 2,500 new bandits, all unique, so you may never see the same bandit twice. There are also 50 new bandit types, and it splits the bandits into different gangs, so every encounter will feel diverse and more unique to the last. It even comes with an MCM menu, so you can change the quantity of bandits in each camp. There's also an option to add patrolling bandits to Skyrim. Here's a map from their mod page which shows you the different patrol locations. All in all, this is a fantastic mod that really overhauls the interactions you have with bandits in Skyrim and make them feel unique and different from one another. Up next, we have a selection of 3 different mods that aim to enhance the combat with enemies by making it more intense. These 3 mods are Revenge of the Enemies 2016, Enemy Evolution of Skyrim, and Skyrim Revamped Complete Enemy Overhaul. All of these mods seek to give enemies access to more spells and perks that they wouldn't usually be able to use. This includes spells from other mods such as Apocalypse. By using these mods, it not only makes combat more difficult, but it makes it more intense and, in my opinion, more fun. So I would have a look at these 3 and choose the ones that you think are best for you. And yes, they can be used together if you wish. And to go along with those mods is a mod called High Level Enemies Redux. If you ever felt like your character was getting really overpowered, it might be because in vanilla Skyrim, the highest level bandit you could verse was level 25. This mod seeks to remedy that by allowing enemies to reach higher levels, all the way up to level 60. It also allows some enemies to continue scaling with you up until level 80. This will ensure that your character won't outlevel everything, and that the game remains a challenge. But perhaps my favourite thing about this mod is that it adds a huge selection of new enemy variants. This makes it so each combat engagement you have feels a lot more unique from one another. So if you really want a challenge in the world of Skyrim, you should check this mod out. Up next we have a mod called Increased Enemy Spawns. And as you might have guessed, this mod just simply increases the amount of enemies that spawn when you enter a dungeon or go attack a bandit camp. It affects both NPCs and creatures, and it's just a really simple mod. So if you want more enemies, this mod allows you to multiply that by 2 or 3 times. And lastly, we have a mod that just got released called Skyrim Combos AI Revolution, otherwise known as SCAR. This mod literally just got released as I was making this video, so I haven't been able to fully test it out yet, but to put it simply, it allows the enemies or NPCs in Skyrim to use animations and combos from combat overhauls like MCO, SkySA or ABR. This is one of those mods that is going to revolutionize the combat in Skyrim, so I look forward to see the different combos and animations the enemies will be using in the near future. And that's all for today. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, I'll see you again next time.